What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's that vlog time once again. That's right. This is episode 37 of our Let's Vape vlog series, where we talk about a whole bunch of different topics affecting myself, the channel, and the vaping industry at large. I've got a nearly full vlog for you guys today. The only thing we're going to be missing is the vape mail section because I didn't get anything in this week. But other than that, we've got some news and updates to talk about. We've got some advocacy stuff to go over. We've got some first impressions to do, shoutouts as well. Then we're going to talk about what I've been vaping on, and I've got a beer o'clock segment for you guys as well. And then we're going to wrap it all up with a random review. So with that, go ahead and grab yourself a frosty beverage, grab your favorite vape, sit back, relax, and let's vape. Hey, I'm alive! So, right, guys, I do have to start off and just kind of apologize to you guys because of the delay in production. Just before I left for National Vape Expo at Foxwoods, we were doing some renovations on the shop here, and this room was actually being used as storage. So, not only did I have boxes all the way up to here, I just really couldn't even move around or anything, and it was a dusty, kind of paint-smelling mess. So, with that, I do have to apologize for that, and then after Foxwoods, I was sick for a week. I was really just in a really bad state. I didn't post anything anywhere, and I just kind of relaxed for a week and just kind of let myself recover. You can kind of maybe hear it in my voice still, that little bit of nasaliness, but with that, yeah, I really just have to apologize for everything, guys. But we are back on track. We are getting some videos going again, and I'm really excited about it. So let's go ahead and move on here. Let's talk about Foxwoods, NVE Foxwoods, National Vape Expo. Had an absolute blast. Got to see all of my friends again, Chad, Mike, Lee, Tony, all those guys. We got to hang out for a little bit and just cause a ruckus in the casino, which, you know, it's always fun. Obviously, you know, having a vape event is great, but having a vape event at a casino is absolute insanity because everyone's staying in the same place. We're all just kind of going around at all hours of the night, and you kind of just randomly walk by like a pit or something like that, and you look over and there's the owner of a major mod company or something like that, just gambling, or, you know, you find people at the bar and just kind of meet up with them. I got to meet Eric, Vinyl, and Vapor. That was an absolute pleasure, and we actually chatted for a little bit. Caught up with Tony B, caught up with Gator Board, caught up with a whole bunch of people at the bar on the first night. That was just an awesome time, I gotta say. But besides that, I really just didn't even have time to leave the booth much at all. I was too busy working at the Blaz booth, and I've kind of made it my mission that whenever I'm on a trip for Blaz, for the company, I'm really not going to be vlogging because I just don't have the time. So unfortunately for this event here, I just didn't have any time to get out of the booth and talk, but I did manage to still meet a lot of you guys out there, all of you that are watching right now that came up and said hi. I just really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because you guys are so special to me and you're so amazing, and I really just can't wait to meet you all again. But yeah, I can't even say how much fun that event was because it's just my hometown event. You know, you get to see everyone that you might not have seen in quite a while, you know, employees of other vape shops just all getting together and just having a good time. And, you know, it was really good. And we did really good for Blaz as well. We launched our new flavor, Peach. We have a new flavor out, Peach, now, which is absolutely fantastic. Should be going up on the website hopefully soon. I'm not really going to kind of say any sort of date or anything like that because I don't want to get in trouble, but it will be going on the website soon. And with that, I really want you guys to try it out. And if you do want to try it out for yourself, shameless plug here, blazliquids.com, use the coupon code DailyVapeTV for 20% off. And I'll throw you some stickers, just make a little note in the order comments or something like that. Just throw some Daily Vape TV stickers in there, and I will absolutely do that. But yeah, National Vape Expo was a lot of fun. Had a blast seeing everybody, and we did really, really good. So totally happy about that. Can't wait for the next one already. And I gotta say, next year it's going to be at Mohegan Sun Casino, which is right down the road from Foxwoods, but it's going to be different. It's going to be new. The past 3 events or 4 events were at Foxwoods, so This one is going to be completely new and mysterious, but I'm really looking forward to it already just because I like, trying out new things and I like going to new places. And, I've been to Mohegan Sun before, but never for a vape event. So I'm just really excited to try one out there. Let's see how that one goes. But hopefully I'll get to see more National Vape Expo events in the future. I know there's one in Alabama coming up in May, and then there's another one in... Oh, I'm going to screw this up. I'm going to kick myself. If I get this wrong, there'll be a little annotation right down there in the corner. But I think it's October. Oh, don't quote me on that. Anyways, I'll just leave a link right down there in the description below if you guys want to check out their website for their full schedule. All right, guys, so the big news topic that everyone's talking about this week is the FDA's proposed flavor ban comments period. Now, as of right now, the comments period is open for you guys to submit your thoughts on flavored e-liquid products and just explain how they help people and how they're actually helping this industry and helping people quit smoking. So I really, seriously, highly encourage, I feel like this should be mandatory for every vapor. You have to go and do this, guys. I cannot stress this enough. It's super important. Make sure the second you stop watching this video, you go and do that. The link is right down there in the box below if you guys want to participate. And seriously, guys, I cannot stress this enough. I'm going to repeat myself here, but go and do it. It is very important. If you care about the vaping industry at all, go do this as soon as possible. With that being said, something else is happening starting today. Actually, the news just launched today that we are kind of in the midst of a survey as well, kind of a completely blind anonymous survey that is being conducted right now. Actually, Dimitri the Vaping Greek kind of primed everyone on this idea on Saturday. He did a little live stream and he basically explained everything about this, but I wanted to kind of go through this just a little bit with you guys real quick, but I'm probably going to be doing a standalone video on this sometime either midweek or next week, something like that. Anyways, so it's a national vaping survey launching today. The link is, again, right down there in the description. First of all, it is anonymous. Second, the demographic. It will cover the demographics, age, gender, residence, state, etc. Detailed analysis of past before e-cigarette use initiation and smoking status. Detailed analysis of current smoking status. Flavors choice at e-cigarette use initiation. So basically how you started and what you started using. Flavor choice at the time of smoking cessation, which I'm assuming that has to do with, how you actually quit smoking using flavored nicotine products. Current flavor choice at the time of participation, which is obviously now, and other patterns of e-cigarette use, consumption, type of devices used, nicotine use, etc. So this is all going to be about a 20-minute process here, so it is going to take a little bit of time. But again, this is extremely important. We have to get our message out there. Basically, the outcomes that they're looking for is at least 30,000 plus people participating in this survey. So share the link, get it out there, spread it far and wide to all U.S. residents. This is a U.S.-only based survey, so make sure that you're sharing it in U.S.-based Facebook groups and Instagram and stuff like that. But I really just want you guys to get that, spam that link out there as much as you can. It says we need vape shops, organizations, and vape associations to promote the questionnaire link only among U.S. vapors. The result will be extensively analyzed through specific statistical software, and the results will be submitted as a public comment to the ANPRM issued by the FDA for flavors. Now, according to Dimitri, this is using FDA's software, so it is within their compliance, and it is using basically their technology, which is actually, they had to pay for it. So this is not something that you have to pay money for to participate or anything like that, but they actually did have to pay to even do this survey, so that's why we're looking for so much participation. But bottom line is here, no one's making money off of this. It's just something that's good for the industry and just for every vapor out there and all the smokers out there that haven't discovered vaping. So make sure you guys do this. I really want you guys to get involved with this. Don't do one or the other here, guys. I really want you to do both. Submit your comments to the FDA and also participate in this survey because this one is very, very detailed. This is going to get into the nitty-gritty details of how you quit smoking, how you are current vapor, smoke-free for X amount of years, etc., and just basically tracking how vapors develop. You know, maybe they go down in nicotine or they go up in power, etc. You know, you use different setups and that kind of thing. So this is going to be very detailed information here, guys, but I really want you to get on board with this. Share that link out to all of your US vapor friends out there and just get this information out there because this is important. This could potentially help save vaping. So really important, guys. Go do it as soon as you can. Links are right down there once again. So the last little tidbit I've got for you guys in this little update section here is just kind of a reiteration about the live shows. Now, I do a show on Friday night with Stan Tenacious TX Vape over on his channel, as well as Joel, Mr. Just Right 1, and Demo Vapes. We all just get together and talk pretty serious advocacy stuff most of the time, very kind of punchy topics, really interesting stuff, and we also have a lot of fun as well. We get the group participation going in chat and everything. We have jokes, we have memes, we have a good laugh, and we have some drinks occasionally as well, but the after show does get a little bit interesting from time to time, you know, depending on who we have on. But yeah, you guys should definitely check that out. That is happening from 9 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time or 10 to midnight Eastern Standard Time, and it's just a lot of fun. You guys should definitely check that out. I will put up links in the Facebook group, the Daily Vape TV Cloud Crew, if you guys are interested. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, guys. You should definitely check that one out, as well as the super awesome vape show that we do every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 to 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. This is the one that I do with the guys from the UK. We have Chris Bell, aka Empire Vape Co. We have Jason, aka Live Vape and Chill. And we have Mike, aka Mike's Mex Reviews, as well as the occasional guest on as well, which is another thing that's a blast as well. Kind of less structured, more fun, lots more crowd participation, group participation there. It's just a blast, absolute blast. We have a lot of good laughs on that one. And, you know, there's some pretty decent memes coming out of that as well. So make sure you check that one out. You know, it's the International Vape Show. It's a bi-continental vape show. That's a lot of fun. And I love interacting with those guys. I love just, you know, seeing where the show goes, really. Just kind of playing it by ear and just loving the banter. But yeah, those are the shows that I'm doing, and occasionally I'll do streams over on my Facebook page as well, just kind of randomly. Honestly, I don't really plan them at all. I just kind of pop over on Facebook and do a quick little live stream. So make sure you join my Facebook group as well, Daily Vape TV Cloud Crew. Again, the links are all down there. You guys know the drill by now. The links are all down there in the description below. All right, guys, we've got some first impressions to do, starting off with this guy right here. This is the Vcigo K3 Kit, and this just showed up the other day. Honestly, I didn't save it for my vape mail segment. I probably should have because I didn't get anything else in this week. But with that, I decided to open it up and have a look for myself, and it's really interesting. I gotta say, it's neat because it's like kind of this boxy, squared off looking thing. It's got that soft rubbery feel to it, which is really, really nice. Kind of a boring, bland color. I was a little bit disappointed in their color choices. Kind of a navy blue, kind of dark green, like a hunter green, and it just kind of a darker red as well. I wish I wanted some crazy colors, man. Some neon, some splatter paint. I don't know. Get creative with it and come out with something pretty cool. I mean, occasionally I like a little bit of flash. This is just basically boring old blue, but you know what? Looks don't matter. Really, it has nothing to do with the function of the device itself, and that's really what I look forward to with devices like this. From the look at the tank at the top, it looks like a glass bell cap for a dripper, but it is in fact a sub-ohm tank. One of the most unique looking sub-ohm tanks that I have and I've used, and it's top fill and all that stuff. The coil kind of looks a lot like a Baby Beast coil. I'm not sure if it's going to be cross-compatible or not, but it really looks like a Baby Beast coil from Smoke. I don't know. I'm going to have to test that theory out for myself and see if it is cross-compatible, but I really sincerely doubt it. But in any case, yeah, performance-wise, it works really well, I gotta say. The screen is a little bit boring and kind of bland and kind of old-school feeling. It feels like something like the IPV screens from back in the day, like the IPV IPv3 or maybe the Sigeli 150, something like that. Just really basic, super duper basic, super plain, kind of not the greatest looking screen, to be honest with you. The numbers are kind of wonky looking in my opinion. Anyways, let's go ahead and have a couple of vapes off this thing. You know what, I gotta say, I am pleased with this so far. Really, it's a decent vape. It feels almost like you're vaping on a dripper, just because there's a lot of airflow going on. It's not super duper loud. The only thing that really disappoints me from first inspection of this thing is when you fill up the tank, you take out this little black drip tip at the top here, and you fill your tank up, and the first time I did it, I filled it right over the shoulder of the actual coil, and when I went to screw the tip back on, it just gurgled juice everywhere. It just kind of went bleh and just spilled juice all over the thing, and I was wiping it down and wiping it down, and that was a little bit of a disappointment because I probably lost about half a mil of juice in there. So the tank is deceivingly small slash low capacity, but other than that, it vapes really nice. I love the feel of this thing, and it's super lightweight, so not a whole heck of a lot of first impression complaints aside from that. All right, guys, so next up we've got this guy right here. This is the Squarius by BT Customs, and I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a full review on this guy because, I don't know, it's kind of on the higher end side. I'm not sure if a lot of you would be really interested in this sort of thing. If you want to see me review this, then just drop a comment right down there in the box below because I want to know, I want to hear what you guys want to see on the channel. But with that, I did pay for this with my own money at a slightly discounted rate because Matt is awesome and he loves me. So, yeah, this thing is really nice. It's made of machined black Ultem and white Delrin. So really nice materials. Everything is beautifully machined. No complaints about the finish whatsoever. This thing feels amazing in the hand. I love the little subtle curve on the back here, and it has a little B. The cutout is an actual B, and I like to think it stands for my last name, which is Bissett, but in actuality, it's Bennett because Matt Bennett makes these guys right here, and he is BT Customs, or at least the machinist part of BT Customs. But anyways, it's just a simple little single 18650 squonk box here. It's got a nice, decent, squishy bottle in there and solid silver contacts. Solid silver, not just silver plated, solid silver. And it's amazing, just the simplicity of the mechanism. It's literally just kind of a bent piece of metal holding back that button, and then you just tap it and it's good to go. Plus, it has a little safety switch as well. You can actually shut this device off. Matt actually calls it his 10-cent switch because it cost him 10 cents to make each one of these things, but just a simple little lever, just left and right, and it's on and off. Very, very simple, and it has a really nice feel to the button for just a mechanical squonk box without any sort of circuitry or wiring or anything like that in there. It's so simple, so elegant, and so smooth. I really love the feel of this thing. It hits really hard as well. I mean, there's nothing to get in the way. It's just so simple and fully mechanical with full silver, solid silver contacts. It's just beautiful. I have a single coil in it right now. Let's just have a couple of vapes. So simple, so elegant. I am just absolutely in love with this thing. It's beautiful. And yeah, I'm glad I spent the money on it. To be honest with you guys, I don't often just go out of my way to pick up new vape products that aren't just sent to me for a review. And this one I actually sought out because I like Matt. I like what he's doing. I think he's a great machinist, and you guys should also check him out. Obviously, links and all that stuff will be down there in the description below. And I could just leave this thing up here because we're going to be taking a look at the Nudge 22. So, got the Nudge 22 in. I've been using it non-stop for the past maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so, and I gotta say, I love it. I love it. I love it. So much better than the Nudge 24 in my opinion. Simple build deck, a single coil, just real easy. Just throw a coil in there and just vape. I'm using the more wide open airflow control cap as well as a wide bore drip tip, and I have a 0.14-ish ohm single alien coil in there right now with stainless steel cores, so the ramp up is really quick and It works great and lasts a long time using a single 18650 in here. And gotta say, it's just a flavor machine. It also can produce plenty of vapor when built right, obviously. But with that, yeah, I'm really digging the Nudge 22. This is my go-to squonking RDA for the time being, and I'm very, very happy with it. And I pretty much can't say much else at this point. Honestly, it's just kind of a love fest for the Nudge 22. All right, guys, it's time for some shout-outs, but before we get to our submissions, we have our patrons to shout out. So let's go right down the list here. We have Joanne S., Brett S., Jess S., Rowdy Rudy, Clown, aka J, Dean S., Pete D, Ryan J, Steve A, James F, Angela G, Brian J, and Christian C. So thank you guys all so much for being a part of the Patreon family. And if you want to sign up to be a patron yourself, the link is right down there in the description below. And it's a lot of fun. We have some good times. We're doing some subscriber patron special streams and stuff like that. We're going to be figuring some stuff out, but it's a lot of fun. You guys can get discount codes and other cool stuff if you are a patron. So with that, let's go switch it on over here. Let me pull up my notes. So we've only got one official shout out this week, and that's going to David Williams. You have been shouted out, good sir. He's a member of the Cloud Crew. He just wrote me and said, hey man, I'd like a shout out if possible. Short, sweet, to the point. Gotta love it. You have been shouted out, David. Much love to you, good sir. He works at a shop down in Texas called Chaney's Vape Station, and we met at Vape Showcase in Dallas when I was there, both years actually. This recent year, this past Vape Showcase in Dallas, we hung out a whole bunch. He hung out with me and Demo and everybody, and we got to hang out and have a good time. He was kind of playing the local tour guide, which is definitely awesome. So much love to you, David, for that, and I hope to see you again in the very near future. Big shout out goes to you. And yeah, I also have a couple other shout outs that I wanted to do, and this is kind of the UK family shout out section here, and I'm just going to kind of go down the line real quick. First of all, Chris from Empire Vape Co. He is just an awesome guy. He has a great YouTube channel that is growing insanely quickly. And if you guys are not subscribed to him, make sure you go over there, hit that subscribe button on that guy because he is amazing. Go check him out. And obviously links to all these guys will be right down there in the description below. He is kind of in the midst of a sort of battle with one of the magazines over there, Vape Around Magazine. They're giving him a whole bunch of crap over his comments about the magazine, and he's just giving it right back to him, and I really appreciate that, and just him standing up for himself and standing his ground on his position. Basically, they're kind of publishing all this stuff about the IQOS system, the heat not burn tobacco thing that we've talked about before, and it looks very much like an advertisement. Anyways, they're going back and forth, and it's getting pretty ugly. If you haven't watched his videos about it, then go check it out right now. Again, link is right down there below. Second is Jay Live Vape and Chill. Jay is awesome. You know, all these guys I met at the London Vape Show, and Jay and I just hit it off right away. He's a real cool guy. He does some very unique reviews. He has a very unique style because he does them live. He has a Facebook page that he goes live on all the time, but recently he's been doing it live on YouTube, and he's starting to get a decent following there as well. But yeah, live vape reviews. I think that's a really interesting concept. I can't wait to see the future of his channel, and just watching him grow and everything has just been amazing. And he's just a real cool guy. So there you go. Just hashtag not a shed. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Third is Mike's Mechs Reviews. He is a very passionate vapor. He loves his mech mods, and he has said that he's not going to review anything regulated on his channel, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But Mike is an awesome guy. He's got a heart of gold, and his channel again is growing leaps and bounds. And basically Jay, Chris, and Mike, they're all on Savs with me as co-hosts, and they're amazing guys. So much love to the Savs family right there. And you know, it's just been a blast over the past couple of months, just getting to hang out with those guys and getting to know them a little bit more. And you know, they teach me stuff about the UK and I teach them stuff about America, and it's just one happy family. Next up is Dean the Devil Vapor. He was actually the first person that I recognized when I got to London. We kicked it off immediately. He's amazing. He's such a genuine, nice guy, and with a name like the Devil Vapor, you would expect him to have like a bad personality or something, but not true at all. He's the sweetest guy ever, and I really can't wait to hang out with him again because, I mean, he's like the UK version of me. You know, the beard is kind of similar. You know, we have very similar senses of humor, and he's just an amazing reviewer as well. Make sure you guys go check out his videos. He does an amazing job. Next up is Mark the Vaping Postman. Once again, another kind of rough and tumble sort of personality. He's very, let's say vulgar, but you know what, in such a charming way, you just don't even realize it. But he's an awesome guy, a great reviewer, and I've never actually met him in person. I've only met him through Hangouts, Google Hangouts over the Sav show and stuff like that. He's been a guest so many times, it's like he's an honorary member, but an awesome guy, really sticks to his guns, and he's a very competent reviewer, albeit a little bit on the vulgar side, but I know a lot of you guys love him out there as well. Next up, we have Vaping with Vic. Yes, the angry Scotsman himself, and yeah, again, another one that's been on Sav so many times, it's basically like he's a member, and really great guy. Love his reviews. He's very honest and very open about his opinions all over Facebook and as well as YouTube. I mean, very, very competent. His videos are really high quality, and he also does the UK Vape Show, which is back and better than ever with Chris and Dean and Mark, and they're doing a hell of a job. That chat is always just on fire over there, so definitely check that out if you get a chance as well. I believe it's on Thursdays. I believe it's 8 p.m. GMT, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'll probably double check that and just drop it down there in the description. But with that, wrapping it all up, we have Tommy from Vape Finder. Tommy is my connection over there in the UK. He's the one that got me to go over there in the first place. He was really pressuring me. He's like, hey, well, I want you to come over to the UK for the expo. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can make it. I don't even have a passport, blah, blah, blah. And he pushed me and pushed me. And finally, I was like, yes, all right. I got to make this happen. Let's do it. And I ended up getting my passport in like a week. And I'm so glad I did that because I really enjoyed the London Vape Show. He's doing it again this year in August, and it's going to be an absolute blast. I hope to see you all there. For all of you UK viewers out there, really hope I get to meet you guys and shake your hands and give you some stickers and all that good stuff. So if you want to shout out for yourself, all you have to do is send me an email, just dailyvapetv@gmail.com. Have the subject line be shout out or something like that so I know what folder to put it in my email inbox, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can on one of these vlogs here. Just make sure you include your name and make sure you let me know if I can say your name out loud on camera, and just tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me your vaping story, tell me who you want me to shout out, etc., and I'll make sure to get to that as soon as I possibly can. All right, so it's time to talk about what setups I've been vaping on this past week, and let's just start with this one right here. We got the Squarius with the Nudge 22 up top here, and inside the dripper we've got some French Vanilla Brown Sugar by ADV. This stuff is so good. If you have not tried it yet, try it out. Please do yourself a favor. Your taste buds will thank me later. But with that, I don't really go for dessert flavors all that often, but this one is just phenomenal. Phenomenal flavor. How else can I better describe it than the actual name itself? French vanilla and brown sugar, kind of a custard, if you will, and a nice sweet brown sugar, but not over the top, kind of real sugary, sweet kind of thing. It leaves a really good aftertaste in your mouth as well. I really want to try this and pair it up with a good beer at some point, maybe a porter or something like that. Anyways, that's for the next segment. Let's go ahead and have a vape off this one. Next up, we've got the Vcigo K3 Kit that I got in earlier this week. And inside the tank, I have some Hometown Hero Sun Drops. It's a passion fruit sweet tea. And yeah, you'll be hearing about that in a little bit here. So I'm not going to really ramble on about it too much in this segment here. But yeah, in this tank here, tastes really good, very sweet, but not too sweet. Again, I really don't like the overly sweet liquids, and this stuff here is just the right amount. It's sweet tea, but it's not like completely coat your mouth in sugar kind of sweet tea. That passion fruit kind of mellows it out, but again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's just go ahead and have ourselves a vape on this one. You know what, I hate to admit this, but I'm actually really enjoying this K3 kit here. I don't believe the airflow is even adjustable on this thing. I'm trying to twist it. Nothing's really twisting here. I can't really find a way to adjust the airflow, but I'm okay with it. The airflow is just right for me. It's just smooth enough, and it's just quiet enough to not make it super duper annoying. And it looks kind of neat, you know, it looks kind of interesting, and I don't know. I'm just liking it. Anyways, moving on, we have the USV Arc Mod, Arc 240 with the Twisted Messes TM24 Pro on top. And inside there, we have maybe a new Blaz flavor, yeah? This is Blaz Peach. We just launched it at NVE recently, and it is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing. Yes, I did have a hand in making it, so I'm kind of biased, but really, I think this is my new favorite. Peach, obviously one of my favorite flavor profiles. You guys know me by now. Peach is one of my all-time favorite flavor profiles, and this definitely does it justice right there. I actually mixed in a little bit of the mango Blaz as well in that bottle, and it's really good. It's really good. Do yourself a favor and try mixing a couple of the different Blaz flavors. If you guys have tried more than one and you like more than one, try mixing like the strawberry with the melon. Try mixing the mango with the strawberry. Try mixing the peach when it comes out with the strawberry. You know, just mix it up a little bit, because what's going to go wrong? You know, those flavors all are going to complement each other, and they're going to be really, really delicious. And it's going to bring out a whole different side of Blaz that you might not have seen before. I almost forgot to mention, these are some coil image coils. My buddy Jimmy gave me these coils. These are some frame staples, and they are some of the best flavor machines I've ever used. Honestly, I really love his frame staple coils. Check them out on Instagram. I'll put a link right down there in the description right underneath this setup right here. So coil image coils, really good stuff. Make sure you check them out. And last but not least, we have the J-Max by TVL. This thing is an absolute freaking beast of a mod. It's a stacked 21700 series mech, and it hits as hard as it looks like it hits. And, you know, this is absolutely like the craziest setup I own, honestly. And I really have to show some big time love for TVL. They gave me this setup. It's unserialized. It's, I believe, one of 18 ever made, and 10% of the proceeds go to a seriously good cause. I'll link to that right down there. Again, everything in this will be linked in the description below. You guys know this by now. But we also have the TVL dripper on top of there, and a Jess Marie DHD color changing tip as well, so I know just how hot this sucker gets. As you can see, it's purple right now, so it's nice and cold, so I'm going to take a couple of rips off this thing in just a second here. But under the hood, we've got some Bluebird, and the reason I'm rocking Bluebird right now is because I already ran through my bottle of Lovebird, their newest flavor, which is absolutely phenomenal. That is a strawberry cereal with marshmallow and cheesecake, so really good stuff. And now I'm on to the classic Bluebird, which is a mixed berry cheesecake with Captain Crunch. So really good stuff there. Couple of rips off this thing, and I'll show you just how hot it gets, because the tip is going to change color. So as you can see, the tip has changed to the light blue color, and that was only a couple of rips. So you can imagine if I'm vaping on this thing all day, that thing stays blue all day long. But there you go. That is my last setup. And the only other thing I have right now is this guy right here, the Miley. I've been testing this thing out for the past couple of weeks, and I will have a review up on this in the very near future, so keep your eyes open for that. I have a mango pod on here right now, and this has been my pocket companion setup for the past week or so. And I gotta say, it's just that little bit extra battery life and a little bit extra pod capacity that really does it for me, and the flavor is pretty darn good as well. You guys know what time it is. It's beer o'clock. Yes, it's that time again where we get to drink a beer. So today I have a very special one once again. Dan, thank you so much. Dan the Beer Man, everyone. He is awesome. He is amazing. He has once again gifted me a seriously nice beer. This is Tired Hands Brewing Company. and this one is called Alien Church. Yeah, so really weird design on there. I love the graphics to this one, and it's an American IPA, so I'm pretty happy with it. Let's just take a look real quick here. Tired Hands Brewing Company from Ardmore, PA, Pennsylvania. It's an American IPA, like I said, 7% alcohol by volume. Let's take a look online, see what we can get. Right now, I'm up on the Untapped site, and the description just says, brewed with oats. And that's an interesting one because it's a IPA brewed with oats, so it should be kind of interesting. Should add that extra little layer of flavor. Hopped intensely with Mosaic, Citra, Chinook, Centennial, and Columbus hops. An otherworldly IPA. I am very curious. It's got a rating of 4.25 on the Untapped site, so it should be a pretty darn good one. And just to let you guys know, Untapped is an amazing app if you're a beer lover like myself. Just make sure you add me if you decide to download it. It's on the App Store and Google Play. And my username is Vaping Beer Geek, all one word. Again, it'll be right down there in the description, but I'm not sponsored or anything like that by them. I just like seeing what you guys drink so I can toast you, and I like you guys seeing what I drink, and you get to toast me as well. Plus, you get a little bit of an insight on what I'm drinking on the vlog because I pre-record these videos a couple of days in advance, but there you go. So make sure you just download that app. Let's go ahead and dive right into this one here real quick. Let's go. Oh, I love that sound. That's one of my favorite sounds in the world right there. We have our fancy beer glass. It's got a really interesting color. It's like a hazy orange. Yeah, this one's definitely on the hazy side. It's a very light orange yellow, and it's got like a hint of like green or something. I don't know. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Maybe it's the name or something like that, but I swear there's a light hint of like almost a green color, which is really, really weird in a good way. Weird in a good way. Very white head on this thing. Very minimal, bubbly, obviously. It's got some pretty decent legs, it seems. Some lacing on there on that glass. Let's just check out the smell real quick, the aroma. I get a lot of citrus. A lot of citrus, but really hoppy too. Really hoppy. I'm expecting good things out of this one. It's not listed with the IBUs, so I'm not sure exactly how bitter this one is going to be, but let's go ahead and have a taste. So I'm getting a lot of that kind of citrus flavor. I'm getting a lot of like pininess, pithiness, if you will, and it's kind of like got this dark kind of undertone. I'm not sure if that's like the oats coming into play or what, but it has this kind of like deep resin sort of base. It's really hard for me to describe. I'm not very good with my beer adjectives yet, and I'm working on it, but it's got this like lingering kind of aftertaste of just bitter. I'm not complaining. I like bitter beer. So for me, this is definitely a good one. Let's go ahead and have another sip. Yeah, so the pininess and the pithiness kind of comes out first, and then it kind of melds into sort of a citrus sort of flavor, just kind of a mild citrus. It's not too over the top, and then it just kind of goes down into this like deep undertone of like this, the only way I can really describe it is like kind of resiny, kind of like dry, kind of bitter, and it just leaves that kind of bitter aftertaste at the end. The alcohol bite is not that bad on this one, I gotta say, for a 7% beer. Barely any real like shocking bite to this one, which is kind of a good thing. I mean, I do like a little bit of a bite now and then, but with this one here, it's a very easily drinkable 7% IPA. Right, so let's pair this one up. I am thinking I'm gonna try this one out with the Hometown Hero Sun Drops, just because I'm curious. I'm just really curious on how well this one can pair up. Just for the record, the Passion Fruit Sweet Tea is the flavor from Hometown Hero. And yeah, let's just give this one a shot. Why not? You know, I can tell that the juice is trying to sweeten this up a little bit, but honestly, it's not doing much good because the bitterness of the beer still cuts really, really through that. And I like the passion fruit mixed in with that little bit of citrus in there. And it even kind of plays well with the kind of piney flavor. That bitterness just lingers though. It's a lingerer, you know what I mean? So let's try this one out with the peach. This is a mixture of peach and mango blaz. So I know I've paired this one up a million times with like mangoes, like IPAs and mango just kind of goes together. But I'm thinking the peach will add a little bit of different kind of density to it. So we'll just give it a shot. You know what, I gotta say, I'm kind of liking this pairing a little bit better because it is on the sweeter side. And with that, it kind of cuts through that first initial round of the bitter taste to it. However, it's interesting because it leaves an almost piney taste on your tongue. So it kind of like skips the whole citrus factor and then just leaves a piney kind of woody sort of taste on your tongue. And I feel like that kind of comes from the oats and a lot of hops as well. So it's very interesting. It doesn't really have a lot of that bitter aftertaste. It just kind of leaves a little bit of pininess, which is just really interesting. It's funny to see like how different flavors affect the flavor of the beer itself. Overall, I'd say this beer is really, really good. I would definitely recommend you guys try it out if you can get your hands on one of these things. But from what I've heard from Dan the Beer Man, it is on the rarer side. So if you can get your hands on one, definitely try it out if you're an IPA lover like myself. But for me, yeah, this is A-okay. All right, guys, it's time for a random review, and this week we've got Hometown Heroes Sun Drops. This one was given to me by Kenny, aka Sherlock Holmes. Big shout out to you, Kenny, for sending this my way. Really have been enjoying this stuff. And this one is a passion fruit sweet tea. Let's just take a look at their site real quick. It says a splash of summer blended with passion fruit and sweet tea. Very simple flavor description there, just as I expected. So let's go ahead and have our first vape on it. So right away, I get a heavy hit of that passion fruit, which I am absolutely loving because I'm a huge passion fruit fan, and this one is absolutely doing it for me. The sweet tea is really, really kind of mellow and in the background. I really don't get a heavy sweet tea kind of flavor. I expected to see a little bit more of it, to be perfectly honest with you, but I'm enjoying it because of the passion fruit. Honestly, it could just be passion fruit and I would be totally okay with it. The sweet tea factor is just kind of sweet for me. It just kind of tastes a little bit sweet. Honestly, I'm from the north, I'm not from the south, so I really have never had a good, proper southern sweet tea, so I guess I am definitely missing out there. If you guys love sweet tea, just drop a comment right down there in the box below. But with that, flavor on it is still very good. It's very prevalent. This one is a 70-30 blend, and it's really heavy on the flavor aspect, but not so much that it tastes kind of soapy or anything like that. It tastes really, really good, tastes very fresh, tastes very natural, and it's not overkill on the sweetener, which I absolutely love. This stuff actually makes your coils last a very long time, and they're very good with their mixology and just how carefully they do things over there at Hometown Hero. Every single one of their flavors I have tried so far just tastes very, very fresh and very, you know, not over sweetened. It's just kind of that nice mellow amount of sweetness, not so much that it just coats your mouth and like sugary and bleh. It's just that right amount of sweetness that I enjoy. So on that second hit there, I definitely got a little bit more of the sweet tea flavor itself, but it's still not quite enough for me. But let's be honest here, the star of the show is the passion fruit, which I am getting a lot of, and I am really, really enjoying it. So big shout out once again goes to Kenny for sending these my way for the purpose of doing these little reviews. And make sure you guys go check them out. I'll leave links right down there in the description below. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Big shout out to you guys in the notification squad for getting here early. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about any of the topics that we talked about in this video. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the box below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for daily updates on what I've got going on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.